Well, what a World Series. The two Titans, and it lasted 5 games. It projected to be the greatest World Series of all time. It was really a fun watch. It was. Thought maybe they could last longer than 5 games. And truly one of the biggest collapses I've seen on the big stage from the Yankees. It's the fundamentals. That's what kills them. The Yankees have all the talent in the world. They just can't put together a full 9 innings of baseball. It happened in the regular season, and it killed them in the playoffs. Here we go. That's enough rambling right there. We've got a brand new World Series program coming into MLB The Show today. Leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel, and let me know what cards you guys are most looking forward to. The most? I already used that adjective. Damn it. Anyway, let's get into it. Yankees versus Dodgers. We have a ton of cards here, starting off with ALCS Carlos Rodon. Didn't get a World Series card because, well, he gave up, was it 3 home runs? I think it was 3. Freddie, Teo, somebody else went off of him too. But he was good in the ALCS against Cleveland. Struck out 9 batters in 6 innings. He's got 116 K per 9, 112 BB9. Good pitch clutch, 97 hit per 9. He's throwing fast enough at 97. Got a cutter as well. Slider, circle, changeup at a 12-6. Decent pitcher. You get a little icon here. If you care, you get an icon. There's a Michael Kopech. One of the best pickups at the deadline for the Dodgers, no doubt. He was huge for him, and his card is going to be decent in the game. It's kind of Rob Dibble-esque. Actually, I think it's pretty much the same pitch mix as Rob Dibble. 4-seam, cutter, slider, outlier in the 4-seam, maxed out hit K and pitch clutch. The BB9, it's 82. You got to be thankful it's even that high. That's not that bad. If it was an earlier season card at the White Sox, it would probably be negative 82. Tommy Kahnle. I'm guessing he only threw the changeup, but he gets 3 other pitches for fun. I think he did throw maybe 1 fastball throughout the entirety of the World Series. Maxed out hit per 9, 114 K9, 125 pitch clutch. Pretty good. No quirks on him, but he has a really good pitch mix out of the box. He's going to be a good reliever. Anthony Banda, he gets a card right here. 4-seam, sinker, slider, circle, changeup. Very similar pitch mix, but he is a lefty with outlier on that sinker, so that's going to be pretty interesting. Maxed out hitting K per 9, maxed out pitch clutch. Yeah, I don't know. I just gave all these guys identical attributes. Is Austin Wells going to have maxed out pitch clutch too? Yeah, he crushed a homer in the second deck, but he was not very good in the playoffs. He gets a 99 overall card for it, though, so congrats to him. 108, 116 against right versus lefties, different story. Not too good. 103 clutch, 88 vision. Diamond Shield defense, although catcher doesn't really matter. You really only care about the arm and the block the is great at 96. Can't get too much better. He's got a couple of quirks. I can't imagine his live series has any. Did they put quirks on these cards? That would be crazy. We've got Jack Flaherty, of course. I'm going to guess this is based on the game 1 start. But he's good. 105, 107, 109 on the 3 that matter. Then 119 pitch clutch as well. He's got 4-seam as a primary fastball. Also a sinker in there too. Knuckle curve. Good pitcher. He's got some good stuff there for sure, although you'd like a little bit higher velocity. Verdugo is going to get a card. Of course, he had the 5 RBIs in World Series. That led the Yankees. I mean, he had 2 that came in garbage time. Garbage time. They didn't help the Yankees win in Game 3, but still counts, so hard to knock it too much. Glad to see him fight. Verdugo had a couple big moments in the World Series. The card, however, not quite as great. Fits O'Neal Cruz with the 99 arm strength. So that is kind of cool right there. Moving on to Walker Buehler. Of course, his first career save coming in Game 5 of the World Series that would clinch the Dodgers their 2nd championship since 2020. And the first with fans since the 80s. Buehler's got a good pitch mix. Sinker-cutter combo and a 4-seam as well. Knuckle curve and a sweeper. Maxed out hit per 9, maxed out pitch clutch. Really good card. I like to see it for Buehler. Anthony Vulpi, of course, the big grand slam. Big overall game in Game 4. Pretty much the whole reason they won. 117, 121 contact. Really great. 94, 87 power. also pretty good. Does it really I don't know. This is where you get into like the semantics of it. Is this based on just, well, Anthony Vulpi being good, or is it based on that moment? Because you would think he would get more power for hitting a home run. Obviously, Volpe's not a big power hitter. He was on a big home run drought, but I don't know. You'd think you get more home run because he hit more power because he hit the home run. Anyway, 94 power, 87 against righties and lefties, respectively. 118 clutch, should be maxed out. Diamond defense, 99, hard to get much better. The arm accuracy might be a little bit lower in Game 5, of course. Great speed, great steal, really good card. He does get dead red, so he gets one quirk in there as well. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, of course, had a fantastic Game 2, 6 1/3 innings, and he looked every bit as good as you'd thought he would with the $300+ million contract the Dodgers gave him. First 99 Yoshinobu. Last year's WBBC card was actually only a 97, so this one he finally gets up to the top tier, and he's really good. So he's going to be a fun pitcher. We get Garrett Cole. No sinker on this one. His Astro cards get the sinker, not the Yankees, which makes sense. He doesn't really throw that pitch, but he's going to be really good. They have his velo way up there. He was throwing some of his hardest fastballs of the season in the World Series. He was right up near 100 miles an hour. This card is really good. Maxed out pitch clutch, 115 hit 9. I like his motion. Garrett Cole should be great. Mookie Betts gets a card right here. Led the Dodgers in the postseason with a 952 OPS and 16 RBI. And he gets a pretty good card too. Of course, he gets all the secondary, second short. He's playing the outfield. The speed isn't great for out there, but it's good enough at 65. I'd probably say just infield, unless you have to put him out in the outfield, because you still get the Diamond Shield defense at second and short, even at a secondary penalty. Contact's great. Power against righties is great. One of the best cards of the game. You also get 9 quirks for him, too. Unfazed, dead red, breaking ball hitter. But we're leading up to the big guy. Honestly, I knew a lot about Freddie Freeman's story, but a lot of people did not, evidently. And hearing about all of that and seeing what he did on the biggest stage, yeah, I don't care how much you hate the Dodgers. Freddie Freeman's got to be one of your favorite players. 4 home runs in 5 games. Homered in 6 consecutive World Series games, a new record, of course, dating back to 2021 when he was with Atlanta Braves. Holy shit. I mean, Freddie Freeman is just ridiculous. And the card is, too. Pretty much maxed out hitting. You know, it's kind of Babe Ruthian. 125, 115 against right, 117, 125 against left. 100 vision, maxed out clutch. I was curious what they would do with the speed. We know he was kind of like Kirk Gibson with the Dodgers. Couldn't really run, of course, with his injuries. And then finding out he had broken ribs, too. Finger injury. He was bruised and battered. He looked like at the SpongeBob episode where the guy's in the big old cast and they're trying to sell him chocolate. That was Freddie Freeman, and he hit 4 home runs in the World Series. They gave him 50 speed. He did triple in Game 1, although there was a little bit of help. Verdugo wasn't running very hard after it. Awesome card. He's also a captain, which is interesting. He gets every quirk in the game, as far as I'm aware, 10 of them, and he's a postseason captain. 13 postseason players nets you a contact boost, a power boost, a batting clutch boost, and a hit per 9 boost. For a captain, having this good of attributes is ridiculous, because if you utilize this boost, I guess technically he's already maxed out in those areas, but he's going to make everybody on your team even that much better. That's pretty insane and a unique concept that they did that. The Freddie Freeman card is worth the price of admission. 100 points in this program, of course. Let's check out how exactly you get him. And you're going to have different moment challenges and a couple missions based on each game. So I like it, you know. Seeing this stuff unfold in real time and then playing a moment a couple of days later. You know, of course, the Garrett Cole great start in Game 1 that they blew with Freddie Freeman's grand slam at the very end of it. Cool. You got 3 stolen bases, 5 extra base hits for the Dodgers. And, yeah, it seems like that's the formula for pretty much all of them. These missions aren't too hard. Get 1 save, tally 6 strikeouts, couple more moment challenges in this one, 17 total bases with postseason players. so that shouldn't be too difficult to do. Some strikeouts lead into Game 5. It looks like you have to do each moment, each mission in order to get the program done, but nothing looks unreasonable. Veteran difficulty for all of them. Not too bad. Really good program filled with some great cards. Some favorites of mine, I think Kopech, Canely, and Banda are going to be good. Walker Buehler, Yoshinobu, and Garrett Cole should be good pitchers. Mookie and Freddie are the two best cards for sure. Vulpi is good too. I wish he had more quirks, a little bit more power, but Vulpi is a good card. Love the speed, love the fielding on him as well. So really cool program. Also, Halloween, if you guys missed out on that, they put out one of the best cards in the game with this Vladimir Guerrero Sr., of course. Maxed out contact, max power left, 110 power right. He is ridiculous. He fits O'Neal Cruz. He fits Rafael Devers. Awesome card. Really fun Halloween program that they did. We, of course, went over that on stream a little bit initially with the first iteration of the program on Monday. And that is the World Series program. Looking forward, you can expect we're going to get finest content probably pretty soon. Looks like they did expand the collections within Season 3. So 225 cards, get a chance at a millionaire pack. Wow. So gracious, SGS. Thank you so much. A Season 3 Vault Choice Pack, which that could be good, especially if you get Bo Bichette. A Chase Pack at 275, and then, of course, my favorite, the Icon. That's always the best, you know. Nothing makes me feel accomplished more than that. I mean, whoa, good Lord. Do I feel like I'm the man whenever I put up that in my top left of the screen. So we've got the final roster update coming next week, Friday, with postseason updates. If you want a little hint, guys like Freddy Freeman, 85 overall diamond, he's going to get a lot of points up, so it's guaranteed stubs. Justin Verlander showdown, Moonshot event returns, and then you look at the beginning of Season 4 on 11/22, new XP path and new team affinity. I would guess that is when we're going to see the 2024 finest cards come into the game. So a couple of weeks, about 3 weeks away still. That's a while. I'm sure they might have something in the meanwhile. That's kind of a long time to go until we actually get to Season 4. Of course, there's going to be no restrictions once we get there. You can use Season 1, Season 2, Season 3. Wild cards don't matter. It's pretty much a free-for-all. You can finally use the cards that you rightfully earned throughout the season, so that's cool. And they're going to still put out content. I don't know for how much longer past that, but they still will. There's going to be an XP path. Going to get some cool stuff. Jose Ramirez, finest card you can imagine. Some other guys there as well. We'll probably talk about that in a later date. But big program today, World Series content. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And thank you all for watching.